This is another video of the didactic series, whose purpose is to provide the basis to some fundamental techniques and to delve deeper into some topics I have handled in the books, and that perhaps are not yet completely clear. This video deals with non-gazing. Let's take, for example, the non-gazing of a wall. In this case, I look toward the wall, but keep, that is, I control my attention, my perception. Better stated, I control the application of my attention to the perception, so as to maintain the pure perception in the empty space between me and the wall. I obviously see the wall, but the force of my attention is applied to the empty space that separates me from the wall and does not arrive at touching the wall. To obtain this result, we must necessarily use the area of the will. Non-gazing is absolutely one of the most powerful disruptive actions, if performed correctly, because it transfers onto the will and the body this, to control the attention and apply it to a well-defined space, where there isn't anything. In other words, to empty spaces. All of this requires that we transfer ourselves onto our body, turn off our internal dialogue, and above all, do not apply our attention to the description, the wall in this case, but apply it to something we usually do not consider, the empty space that separates us from objects. The consequences of this type of gazing are immense, and so are its applications. From here on, we can easily produce the double perception and apply it to the matter of the full and empty, of tonal and nagual. It is also useful when we want to distinguish, within the area of possibilities, the full part of ourselves, that is, the emanations that make us up, from the empty spaces that separate them. But this is another subject. I have given you the example of the wall, but this type of gazing can be applied to anything, and also to long distances, from me to those trees over there, for instance. I always suggest starting by making things easy, beginning non-gazing with a single object, at a reasonable distance. Later on, it will be possible to apply it to more empty spaces and more directions, so as to arrive at the expanded perception, at diffused non-gazing. In this way, we also move on to another subject, that of empty and full spaces.